Well, hello there, Yogi here, and today we are going to discuss about inflection. So, what is inflection mean? Inflectional is a suffix branch of a bone morpheme which contains as, apostrophe s, ed, or eng, or en. Inflectional often direct to pitch and tone. Look at this instance. The pianist performed the concert yesterday. The word perform is a lexical item. What is lexical? A lexeme is an abstract unit of morphological analysis in linguistics that roughly correspond to a set of forms taken by a single word. So it just has a same meaning with the roots. And the suffix ed in the sentence I mentioned before, the pianist performed the concert yesterday. At the end of performed ed, it's called inflectional. So what does it means actually? Inflectional is when we add some suffix, it doesn't change a meaning. So I add suffix ed at the end of perform, it doesn't change the meaning of the basic word perform. It's just a grammatical condition which ed to use in past tense. How about another instance? We add suffix s. This pianist perform in the local hall every week. So I add suffix s at the end of pianist. So the word become pianist. It doesn't change the meaning of people who play the piano. It still have the same meaning, but it's it become a plural because pianist without s is singular and pianist with s at the end is plural form. But not all of noun at s it means plural because there's some noun already have s because it's pair. For instance, shoes, scissor, and pants. Next, we are going to discuss about regular and irregular inflection. Regular is forming plural for some countable nouns by adding suffix s. For instance, cats, bowls, and tables. How about irregular inflection? Irregular inflection is a kind of idiosyncrasy that dictionaries need to acknowledge by indicators such as child. What does the plural form of child? Does it childs with s? No, the plural form of child is children. How about tooth? Do we add s at the end of tooth so it becomes plural? No, the plural form is teeth. How about mean? How about man? man. The plural form is not man's but mean. For another instance, I give you the word give in the verb form. The word give, give. Third person singular present tense. Mary gives a lecture every year. I add suffix s at the end of give. Does it change the meaning from give? From the meaning shared to someone? No, it still have the same meaning. It just grammatically conditioned. And in the past tense, Mary gave a lecture last week. In the word gave, it still has the same meaning with the word give. And the progressive participle, Mary is giving a lecture today. It's not change a meaning from give. It still has the same meaning with give, but giving is it means you do the thing, you do that thing, and you still do that thing. So we add suffix eng at the end. How about perfect or passive participle? Mary has given a lecture today. The lecture is always given by Mary, so we add suffix en at the end. How about just the basic form? We use just a give. For instance, in the sentence, Mary may give a lecture, or Mary wants to give a lecture. And the next is we are going to discuss adjective. How about adjective forms? So in adjective forms, we are usually use comparison. So I have, for instance, in here I have a word positive, happy. How about the comparative of this word happy? Happier. And the superlative, happiest. The word long, the comparative is longer, the superlative, longest. The positive of good, and the comparative is better, superlative is best. So all these exhibit a regular pattern of suffixation with er and est, except for better and best, which are superlative. So in comparative, we just add er and est at the end of adjective. So when do we use er or est? When do we use comparative and when do we use superlative? So we use comparative when we want to compare a thing is one against one. For instance, in here, Albert Einstein is smarter than me. So it's just me and Albert Einstein. So it's just one against one. How about we use superlatives? We use superlatives when it's one against all or once again everybody. For instance, Albert Einstein is smartest person in a whole world. So it Albert Einstein against whole of world. And at the end, how about apostrophe s? Apostrophe s, it used to when a thing is owned by someone. For instance, this book on the table is Ade's. So I add suffix apostrophe s at the end of Ade. Ade is one of my friend name. So I add suffix apostrophe s at the end. So it means this book is owned by Ade. I think that's all I can explain about inflectional. Thank you.